Good morning. I declare open the meeting of the Finance and Governance Committee number 2024-07. In attendance are Mayor Teresa Harding, Councillor Nicole Johnnick, Councillor Marnie Doyle, Councillor Andrew Antonelli, Councillor Jim Madden, and as the Chair, myself, Councillor Paul Tully. There's no apologies at this stage, but I think Councillor Madsen will be joining us shortly. I'd invite Councillor Madden to for the acknowledgement of country.
Thanks very much, Chair. Ipswich City Council respectfully acknowledges the traditional owners as custodians of the land and waters we share. We pay our respects to their elders, past, present and emerging, as the keepers of the traditions, customs, cultures and stories of proud people.
Thank you. There is no business. Are there any declarations of interest in this meeting? No, thank you. No business outstanding. Confirmation of minutes. Would someone please move the confirmation of the minutes of the this committee? Moved by Councillor Antonelli, seconded Councillor Doyle. Are there any questions in relation to the accuracy of those minutes? Thank you. I'll put that motion. All in favour? Against? That's carried unanimously. Officers' reports. This is item 2, the information governance policy. Are there any questions that people would like to ask of the relevant officer? No, thank you. Would someone care to move the adoption of that recommendation? Moved Councillor Doyle, seconded Councillor Antonelli. Discussion. No discussion. I'll put that motion. All in favour? Against? That's carried unanimously. Item 3, repeal a reward for information offered by council policy. That's just reading it here. I've spoken to the General Manager about this, that there are probably some items with the repeal and the use of the local law about the need for a policy to, a revised policy to go with the local law if this was repealed, which is not in existence now. Subject to any further discussion, I'd propose to move that matter be deferred until the new year. But are there any questions of the relevant officer at this stage? No. Okay, well, I'll move that matter be deferred until the first quarter of 2025. Second to Councillor Doyle. And just briefly, the reason for that is that the local law certainly gives us the power on its own to offer rewards, but it probably needs to be fleshed out and have a corresponding policy, which wouldn't have to be extensive as the current policy. If we do that, is there any other discussion on the motion? All right, I'll put that motion. All in favour? Against? That's carried unanimously. Item 4, concession of general rates multiple properties, which are 31 properties listed there. Is there any questions of the relevant officer? No, thank you. Would someone care to move the recommendation? That's moved. Councillor Madden, seconded. Councillor Antonelli. Discussion. And welcome to, just before we do that, I'll welcome Councillor Madsen to the meeting. Yes, Mayor Harding.
Thank you very much, Chair. Look, Council allows for 100% concession for general rates on properties that are owned by an organisation that does not make a profit and provides social and affordable housing to low-income tenants. These 31 properties that are being put forward by a local charity meets this criteria, and is another way that Council is assisting those in need during a cost of living crisis. We see that this will be a saving of over $67,000 each year for this particular charity. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Is there any further discussion? I'll put that motion. All in favour? Against? That's carried unanimously. Item 5, procurement 5343 Springfield Parkway Road upgrade. Are there any questions of the relevant officer? No? Someone care to move the adoption of that recommendation. That's moved Councillor Johnick, seconded. Councillor Doyle, between your sips of Coca-Cola. Thank you. Discussion. It is, sorry. Yeah. I'll declare that as an interest. No, I won't. You'll have to vote on it if I say that. Sorry. No discussion. All right, I'll put that motion. All in favour? Against? That's carried. Item 6, the trunk water main relocation works. Are there any questions to the relevant officer? No? Someone care to move that motion? Moved Councillor Johnick, seconded. Councillor Madsen, thank you. Discussion. I'll put that motion. All in favour? Against? That's carried unanimously. Item 7, the procurement of the artefact subscription. Any questions of the relevant officer? No, thank you. Someone care to move that motion, please? Councillor Doyle, seconded. Mayor Harding, discussion. I'll put the motion. All in favour? Against? That's carried. Item 8, procurement for payment fraud prevention. Are there any questions to the relevant officer? No. Someone care to move that motion, please? Mayor Harding has moved, seconded Councillor Doyle. Discussion. No discussion. I'll put that motion. All in favour? Against? That's carried. Item 9, which is the Ripley Road and Fisher Road upgrade, design and construct. Are there any questions of the relevant officer? Yeah, Councillor Antonelli is requesting it. I think you've intimated that probably we need to move into closed session, including for that discussion.
Yeah, the discussion may come close to impinging on that, yes.
Okay. I will move that in accordance with section 254J3, G, negotiations relating to a commercial matter involving the local government, which a public discussion would be likely to prejudice the interests of the local government, that the meeting move into a closed session to consider that matter. Is there a seconder for that? Seconded Councillor Antonelli. Any discussion? I'll put that motion. All in favour? Against? That's carried. We'll need to close that meeting to offer either members of the public or officers not connected with this matter. Thank you.
motions on this one.
Wait, sorry, what?
There's the right one here.
What?
Sorry, Matt.
Right, thank you. We've had our discussion on a very large contract for Ripley Road and Fisher Road upgrade, design and construct. I just need to consult with the CEO for a moment.
There are, Chair. Our General Manager of Corporate Services has just sent through some minor amendments to the wording of the resolutions that we'll be able to provide in a moment. Just grab that now.
So just to clarify, what's going on the board is let's not call them amendments, they're changes to the proposed recommendation.
Correct.
Okay, so if councillors could just look at the screen, there's some additional or changed words, and we'll just wait for that to come up in its entirety, and then I'll...
I assume that the amendments are highlighted in the yellow, are they? Thank you.
Okay, once we're, people, if they could indicate they're happy with the changes to, I won't call them amendments because we're not moving an amendment. This is the motion that will be proposed. Would someone care to, sorry, CEO.
Yep, no, thank you. Thank you, Chair.
Would someone care to move the adoption of that motion? Adoption of that proposal. Moved Councillor Antonelli, seconded Councillor Doyle. Discussion. No discussion. I'll put that motion. All in favour? Against? That's carried unanimously. There are no notices of motion. Are there any matters arising out of today's business? No. Questions and general business? No questions or general business. Thank you. That concludes the meeting and I declare it closed, and the next meeting will resume in 10 minutes.